Hello, good morning. Welcome to your daily Hope Booster video. Today is Sunday, and today I would like to talk about hopelessness and helplessness and how we can overcome both by giving and acting in service of other people. So much of what I've heard over the last couple of weeks is we are feeling anxiety and stress over the state of the world and the fact that there doesn't seem to be anything that we can do on a grander scale to be able to help those that are super affected by the pandemic and the virus and all of the things that are going on in society. And while we are healthy and we are staying home and doing our part to stop the spread, we are feeling like, many of us are feeling like we would like to contribute in a bigger way out into the world. So let's talk a little bit about those things and what we can do to help support the global situation and make it better. I'd like to talk first about the difference between hopelessness and helplessness. And of course, this is just my definition. Your definition might be very different, and I'd love to hear if it is. But for me, the difference between hopelessness and helplessness is internal versus external. So as I talk about in hope theory, agency thinking is our internal motivation to do something, the why behind why we do something. And for me, a feeling of hopelessness is when I don't feel like what I'm doing will help me, will help internally, that no matter how I do things, it feels like there's no way out for me and I'm personally affected. The difference between hopelessness and helplessness is that helplessness seems to be external, that no matter what I do or how I do it, it doesn't change the outside world. We can't change the stressful things that are around us as opposed to within us. So hopelessness is internal, helplessness external. At least that's my definition. So, but regardless of whether we're feeling hopeless or helpless, we do know that helping others and being in service of other people, that kindness and compassion connects to reducing feelings of both hopelessness and helplessness. Helping others, coming from a place of service, our why, increases life satisfaction. It helps us to provide a sense of meaning for ourselves and obviously has a huge impact on those around us and those we are helping. It helps us to feel competent, that what we can do and our skills and knowledge we can offer, it helps our confidence levels increase and helps us feel better about our own abilities to help other people. It helps improve our mood. It helps to decrease stress and anxiety and feelings of negativity. It helps to take our mind off our own troubles. Being in service of other people puts our focus elsewhere and takes the focus on the effects of our own self and how we're feeling. It helps to change our focus and distract us from how we're feeling internally. Kindness connects us towards other people. It builds community. It helps to build individual happiness in ourselves, in other people, and it helps to increase societal well-being. It helps to increase hope in society as a whole, because if we are feeling more hopeful, that's contagious and we can continue to feel more help other people increase their levels of hope, which helps to raise societal hope and well-being as well. And kindness and caring towards other people inspires us to be more kind and caring to each other. Because if we can give our love and energy and attention to other people, that makes us feel good and makes us feel like we can be more of a priority as well. We can continue to fill our cup so that we have more energy to be in service of other people. So if you're feeling stuck and hopeless, if you're feeling like you are helpless to adjust, to impact or influence the scenarios around you, give some thought to how you can be in service of others. So I did a little bit of research on organizations and ways that we can be in service of others, even right now when most of us are self-isolating and staying at home. So clearly a good way to support is to offer money. If you are still working, if you are in a place, have an advantage where you have money to share with the world, please do. There are organizations out there doing incredible work on the front lines in hard-hit areas with vulnerable populations, legit, real people doing legit, real things. And if you can offer money, please do. Our healthcares and hospitals have set up emergency response funds. So you can go to your local hospital webpage. You can contribute to your, like in Alberta, the Alberta Health Association has links to different organizations and hospital-related charities that are accepting money. You can go to the CanadaHelps.org website, and they have links to a number of charities that are accepting money on behalf of those organizations. You can support food banks. You can give money to food banks, or you can bring food to food banks, especially when a lot of people are out of work. A lot of people are unsure of the security of their food future. People are going to be accessing the food banks even more than they were before. And they were accessing it at a great rate before all of this happened, before all of this hardship. So if you can up your game when it comes to contributing to the food bank, that would be super helpful. There's a lot of mental health charities out there doing a lot of great work. We know that this is stressful for those of us that typically have a good level of well-being. Imagine if you were suffering from a mental illness already. Imagine what this stress is doing to exacerbate that and increase their effectiveness of their mental illness. So if you believe strongly in supporting mental health charities, please go and find some of them to contribute your money to, or maybe your time to. There are lots of international organizations doing really excellent work out there. Doctors Without Borders is collecting donations. Canadian Red Cross is collecting donations. UNICEF, Save the Children, all of these organizations that always do really great work, they are out there on the front lines continuing to do pandemic-specific work and responding in a really big way, and they could use your money, they could use your prayers, they could use all the things that you can offer to those organizations. So please look up how you can contribute to organizations like that. In addition to money, if you have time to spare, if you are healthy, if you have been self-isolating and your risk is low and you're still feeling well, you could offer your time. So maybe there are travelers coming home from faraway destinations and you know that they will need to be self-quarantine for 14 days. Maybe you can offer to shuttle cars to the airport so they have a way to get home. Maybe you can offer to stock fridges for them before they get home. Those that are self-quarantine, they aren't allowed to stop anywhere on the way home. So maybe you can prepare their home for them, turn the heat up, fill their fridge, that kind of thing. Get them toilet paper because these are the things that they will need for the next 14 days. We've heard about people grocery shopping for those that are in self-quarantine. Meals on Wheels needs delivery drivers. So they, charities like that, organizations like that are supporting our vulnerable population, they still need volunteers to do this kind of work. So if you're healthy and feeling like you can contribute your time to deliver meals, to make meals, to go to the pharmacy and bring medicine to vulnerable populations, please do those things. The blood donor clinics, the blood clinics are still looking for donations. People are still getting hurt in other ways. People are still going through cancer treatment and other treatments that need your blood and your donation. So if you're feeling healthy and you can contribute in that way, please continue to do those sorts of things. If you have a business that you can pivot to meet the needs that are evolving right now. So I know there are breweries that have pivoted their business from making beer and are now making hand sanitizer out of the alcohol that's a byproduct of beer making. Is there ways that you can deliver your services online so that you can educate more people for free or for low cost or for regular cost? Is there ways that you can take your brick and mortar business and pivot online so more people can access your knowledge and skills in other ways? If you are someone who doesn't have children, maybe you're a grandparent, maybe you're an auntie, you're an uncle, can you call and FaceTime with other children and help to entertain kids so that parents can do other things, whether it's to work or to clean the house or to have a nap, any of those things. Can you entertain their children for them and help to distract so that parents have a chance to do other things? Maybe you can buy a gift certificate to use later. Restaurants are out of business. Estheticians and barbers, they are all super struggling right now because they have had to shut their doors. Can you find ways to support them now and use their services later? And then the last idea I have is there are initiatives out there where people are putting hearts in their windows or teddy bears in their windows, things like that when people walk by with their families or their kids, they can go on a heart hunt or a teddy bear hunt and see, hope and joy and neighbors in the window waving from the window. Can you do that and make a treasure hunt for your neighborhood, your community members, your neighbors, to be able to see and feel joy in there while they're out walking. All of these ways are things you can do to support increase kindness in yourself, in other people, which will absolutely help to reduce helplessness and your own feeling of hopelessness as well. Increase your agency thinking, which will increase your feelings of hope for the future. Hope that these were very helpful, and I look forward to hearing some of the things the ways that you've contributed to your greater community and helped to in the fight towards solving this global pandemic. Thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.